A pleasant day to each and everyone. I am Stephanie Maydi Gardoque, and for today's video, I am going to present and discuss to you the continuation of Chapter 18.2, Building Electrical Service and Equipment. And these are the switchboard, the panel board, and the building transformer. As you can browse on our book, or shall we say the PDF that was given to us by our instructor, this topic is on page 596. First, we are going to tackle about the switchboard. That is under on chapter 18.2.3. This is the actual picture of the switchboard. Next is the panel board under the 18.2.4, and this is the actual picture of the panel board. Next is the building transformer under the 18.2.5, and this is the actual picture of the building transformer. At the end of this video or presentation, the listener must inform what are switchboard, panel boards, and building transformer. And we can also have a knowledge on it, on how essential it is, how it works, why it is important for us to understand, especially when it comes in engineering field. The first topic that we're going to discuss for today's video is the switchboard. So, are you familiar with the switchboard? Or do you have any knowledge about the switchboard? How it is important for us civil engineering student to know what is a switchboard? How does it work? Or what is the function of the switchboard in our buildings? So, if you don't know what are the function, how does it work, or etc. Rather, take down notes and I will discuss it to you. So what is switchboard, by the way? So switchboard refers to a large cabinet or assembly of metal cabinets in which is disconnected switches, overcorrect protection devices, other protective devices, an instrument designed to divide large amount of electrical current into smaller amount of current used by electrical equipment. In addition, it contains one or more devices that can be used to manually and automatically disconnect a circuit from its power source. As you can see in this slide, it talks about how does it work or what is the function of the switchboard. And it is very understandable that the switchboard are to divide large amount of electrical current into a smaller current. In Tagalog, siya pala yung dahilan kung bakit yung large amount of electrical current nagiging smaller amount of electrical current used by electrical equipment. And also, in additional knowledge, these overcorrect protection devices refers to fuses and the circuit breaker. Again, the overcorrect protection devices refers to fuses and the circuit breaker. So, makikita natin yung mga fuses or circuit breaker in our house. Magtanong-tanong lang kayo dyan sa mga parents nyo kung hindi nyo alam kung ano yun. So, yan pala yung correct protection, overcorrect protection devices. Okay? Next. What is the example of a switchboard? As you can see, this is a typical service entrance or a panel board configuration in a simple residential building electrical system consists of several circuits extended from a panel board to outlets throughout a building. Um, Much like branches extend from a tree trunks. Okay? The main disconnect of this illustration or example is contained behind the door of a panel board. As you can see, it is not shown in the illustration. Dagdagan natin yung kaalaman natin about switchboard kasi feel ko talaga na hindi hindi kayo satisfied sa function lang. Gusto nyo yung maraming kaalaman, di ba? So, in this slide, we're going to tackle about the additional information of a switchboard. So, what is the additional information of a switchboard? Switchboard is the highest capacity components in building distribution and protection devices. So, hindi lang pala yung definition niya is to divide large current into smaller current. Siya rin pala yung highest capacity component in building. So, always remember this keyword of a switchboard that this switchboard is the highest capacity components in the building distribution. Okay? Next, switchboard are also typically floor-mounted, rated for our current levels of 1,200 to 6,000 amperes and voltage below 600 volts. So always remember that this switchboard is typically floor-mounted. So what is typically floor-mounted? Or ano ba yun? Hindi mo ba yun alam? Or ano yung meaning ng floor-mounted? So, if you can say floor-mounted, it is set on the floor and are attached to a wall with the bracket to assure that the unit can be pulled forward. Okay? Always remember that the switchboard is typically floor-mounted and rated to a current levels of 1,200 to 6,000 amperes and voltages below 600 volts. Okay? Always remember that. Again, let me summarize the definitions of the switchboard. So, switchboard is to divide the large current or electrical current into a smaller electrical current. And it is also the highest capacity component in the building distribution and protection devices. They are also typically floor-mounted and rated for a current levels of 1,200 to 6,000 amperes and voltages below 600 volts. Okay, take down notes of that because that is important information about the switchboard. As you can see in this slide, I attach here the video that you can use or enable you to understand it very well about switchboard. So just click here, right here, and it can direct you to the site which has a video or the YouTube site of the switchboard, enable you to understand it very well. Okay? Just click here. In this slide, we're going to tackle about the switchboard and switchgear. Because yung karamihan sa atin, sinasabi na yung switchboard and switchgear are the same. So the answer for that is no. Why is no? So yung switchgear is composed of switching devices designed to turn the power on or off. And yung switchboard naman are panels equipped with devices ready to reroute power as needed. So, magkaiba sila kasi yung switchgear is composed of switching devices and yung switchboard are panels equipped with devices. In addition, ang switchgear uses switching devices for low, medium, and high voltage electrical current. Okay? So, are we clear for that? That the switchgear and switchboard are not the same. Next. As you can see in this slide, I attach here the video that you can use or enable you to understand it very well about switchboard. So just click here, right here, and it can direct you to the site which has a video or the YouTube site of the switchboard, enable you to understand it very well. Okay? Just click here. In this slide, we're going to tackle about the switchboard and switchgear. Because yung karamihan sa atin, sinasabi na yung switchboard and switchgear are the same. So the answer for that is no. Why is no? So yung switchgear is composed of switching devices designed to turn the power on or off. And yung switchboard naman are panels equipped with devices ready to reroute power as needed. So, magkaiba sila kasi yung switchgear is composed of switching devices and yung switchboard are panels equipped with devices. In addition, ang switchgear uses switching devices for low, medium, and high voltage electrical current. Okay? So, are we clear for that? That the switchgear and switchboard are not the same. Next. The next topic that we're going to discuss today is a panel board. So, do you have any idea about the panel boards? How it is important or how does it work? So if you don't know, listen to me and take down notes as I've mentioned earlier, and I will discuss it to you, okay? So, next. Did you know that a panel board is a one or more metal cabinets that serve as a single unit, including buses, automatic overcurrent protection devices? It is equipped with or without switches for the control of light, heat, and power circuit. And a panel board may be referred to in a trade as a power panel, load center, distribution center, and main power panel. As you can remember earlier na may pinakita akong example ng switchboard. And there is a panel board. So, ito yung mukha ng panel board. This is the actual photo of a panel board. And sinasabi dito na one or more metal cabinets that serve as a single unit. Okay? Yung panel board daw is one or more metal cabinet that serve as a single unit, and including buses and automatic overcurrent protection. So, alam naman natin 'di ba, yung automatic overcurrent protection devices, yung sinabi ko kanina? Remember pa ba? Oh, yes. Yung overcurrent protection devices is referred to a fuses and a circuit breaker. And it is equipped with or without switches for a control of light, heat, and power circuit, rather. So, ito pala yung panel board. Ito yung kanyang function na to control of light, heat, and power circuit. And sinasabi din dito na yung panel board may be referred to in a trade as a power panel, load center, distribution center, and main power panel. So always remember these four. And very understandable naman yung mga definition of terms natin dito. And I hope you can understand it very well. So next slide tayo, guys. And in this slide, it given an example of a panel board. So for example, we have figure 18.3 in our PDF. As you can scan in our PDF or in a book that was given to us, it is a figure 18.3. And also, as you can see, it is labeled. This is the lightning appliance panel board. This is the power distribution panel board. And this is the main distribution panel. And this illustration describes a service entrance, switchboard, and distribution configuration in a commercial building consists of several feeders extending from the switchboard to several lightning or shall we say appliance and power distribution panel boards, this one, located throughout the what? Building, okay. And a circuit extend from the panel boards to a different outlets. Okay, as you can see, a circuit dito, a circuit extend from the panel board to a different outlet. This one. Okay? Makikita, di ba? The next example that we have is the service entrance and main distribution equipment. So as you can see in our figure, it is well labeled. Okay? Sana all my label. So this example is figure 18.4 in our PDF. And it discusses or it talks about the service entrance and the distribution panel serving a multi-family dwelling consists of several feeders extending from the main distribution panel to panel boards located at each apartment unit. So as you can see, these are the panel board. And a house panel here. A house panel serve outlets in common spaces. Example of house panels are hall, laundry rooms, mechanical room, and so on. Okay, got it? And a life safety, this one, a life safety panel board serves emergency lighting and smoke detectors. Okay, this is the, do you see my cursor? This one. Ang purpose pala ng life safety panel boards are serve as an emergency lighting and smoke detector. And a circuit extend from the panel board to a different outlets. Okay? Gets? Yung circuit daw nag-extend from the panel boards to a different outlets. Okay, next slide tayo. So, next slide tayo. In this slide, I attached the video presentation about the panel board. Just click here, this button, and the video will play, okay? And I attached this video enable you to understand the panel board very well. Let's click here. Next slide tayo. In this slide, it talks about, it discusses the building transformer. This is the last topic that we have today. Okay? Do you have a knowledge about this building transformer, or are you familiar with building transformer? Do you know how it is important for us to know what it is, or how does it work? If you don't know, just listen to me and take down notes and I will discuss it to you. Okay? Next slide. Did you know that a transformer are used in transmitting and distributing power from a power plant to a substation? Rated in kilovolt ampere. Typically, sizes used in buildings include 3, 6, 9, 15, 25, 30, 37.5, 45, 50, 75, 112.5, 150, 225, 300, 500, 750, 1,000, 1,500 kilovolt ampere, and larger. Every transformer comes with a nameplate that typically identifies rated kilovolt ampere, primary and secondary voltage, impedance if 25 kilovolt ampere or larger, and required clearance if it has ventilating opening. Take down note of this keyword, transmitting and distributing power from a power plant to a substation. Okay? Take down notes, transmitting and distributing power from a power plant to a substation. Kung hindi pa kayo nakakakita ng transformer, ito pala yung actual picture of transformer. Makikita natin ito na nakadikit sa ating mga poste. And try nyong mag-observe from pag umuwi kayo from school to bahay or bahay to school or kung saan man kayo pumunta. May ganito. Okay? Next slide tayo. In the next slide, we're going to tackle about the parts of building transformer. So, are you curious what are the parts of building transformer? So, here it is. This is a breather. This is a low voltage bushes. This is a conservator tank. This is a main tank. This is a tank cover. This is a drain off. And this is a cooling tubes. So the core of a building transformer refers to which is winding is mounted. And the winding is a part of transformer that acts to transfer electrical energy from one circuit to another. And the conservator of a transformer is a tank of cylinder, this one, that attach to the upper part of the body of a transformer. And the breather, this one, is act like a nose of a transformer. And the cooling tube, it performs the function of cooling in transformer. So now let's tackle about the additional information of building transformer. First, excessive heat prematurely deteriorates a transformer. Second, heat is caused by internal losses from loading, high ambient air temperature, and exterior location, and also a solar radiation. Next is the small transformer are typically air-cooled by ventilation. I know some of you imagine or think that inside of the transformer is a battery or ashes. But it's a big no because inside of it is an oil. Kaya i-erase natin yan sa mind natin about yung incorrect information na nasasaga. In addition, larger transformer are liquid cooled. So always remember that keyword, small transformer are typically air cooled and larger transformer are liquid cooled. So types of transformer. We all know that there are small and larger transformer. So this is an ventilated dry type transformer. Has its core and coils in a gaseous or dry compound. Next is a liquid immersion transformer. Has its core and coils immersed in an insulating liquid. So meaning this one represent or the actual footage or picture of a small transformer, and this one are the photo or a footage of an actual larger transformer. Since this one is gaseous or in air cooled, and this one is an liquid. This slide it states the phases of transformer. First is the single phase transformer, and second is the three phase transformer. These are the actual picture of each. So this is the single phase transformer, and this is the three phase transformer. Next, single phase transformer has a single primary winding and a single secondary winding. The 7,200, 240, and 120 volts alternate current single-phase 3-wire transformer is used in most residential and small commercial applications where 120 volts and 240 volts are required. I attach here the table stated common commercially available primary to secondary voltage transformer. As you can see, there are primary voltage and secondary voltage available. You can take down notes. The information given by the table enable you to familiarize it. Next slide. Three-phase transformer. Three primary and three secondary windings. So always remember that three-phase transformer has a three primary and three secondary windings. There are two main types of three-phase transformer. First is the delta and second is the Y. So delta refer to or has its winding connected in a series in a form of a triangle. Thus the name delta. And also has only a single voltage level available or the phase-to-phase voltages. While Y connected transformer has three independent transformer windings connected at a common point called the neutral or a star point. I know one of you are asking, can you show us the picture of delta and Y? So here it is. Next slide. Difference between delta and Y. So this is the delta and this is the Y connected transformer. It is easy to determine what are the delta transformer and the Y connected transformer. Again, the delta connected transformer have a delta shape and the Y connected transformer has a Y shape. Next slide. Transformer combination. Delta Y transformer combination. Additional transformer combinations such as YY, delta delta, and Y delta are available. So, a delta Y transformer is an electrical device that converts three-phase electrical power without a neutral wire into three-phase power with a neutral wire. Proceed tayo for the next slide kasi these informations are very understandable and I hope you can understand it well. So, in additional information about building transformer, did you know that Standardized system voltages related to the use of delta transformer were based on multiples of 120 volts. Second, voltages that have the 1.732 as a multiplier are Y connections. Third one, new distribution transformer are very efficient with losses of less than 0.25% in large unit. And then, most large facility distribution transformers convert at least 95% of input power into usable output power. And the last one are smaller closet transformer have efficiencies of 98% or above. Take down notes about this information because this information will help us in the near future. So next slide tayo. This slide, I attached the video presentation about the building transformer. Just click this button here, and the video will automatically play. Okay, understand? Again, if you can click this video here or click this link here, it will play automatically. After watching the video, we can proceed to other slide. So in the next slide, there is a question on how important is it that we as an engineering student understand this topic. The answer for that is civil engineer should has a wide knowledge about basic of electrical and mechanical. Their work must be coordinated from the start, especially that need to be founded with footing works. And also because there is a link between all disciplines in the building and construction, and to coordinate and know if any electrical and mechanical issue will affect his work. Okay, this is the last slide that we're going to discuss for today's video, and I hope that you've learned something from me. For any clarification, just PM me on my social media account. And thank you so much for listening, and God bless as always.